Hi, my friends and audience from YouTube, and welcome to Strelok's C++ tutorials once again. And let's see, how much time do we have today? Well, we have some time, so let's do something cool, or let's not. Let's learn something useful and then do something cool. So I'm thinking about starting some kind of separate, like, extra tutorials that will actually break apart some applications, games maybe, and then do something like that, but as an extra to the regular tutorials, because it can get boring to listen to tutorial after tutorial, listening about pointers, then functions, then pointers to functions, classes, multiple inheritances, polymorphism, everything like that. I know it gets boring. It gets boring to me too, but well, today we'll focus on another interesting part of programming, and it's really relevant to console game applications. So if you're thinking of making any type of console game applications, you should really listen in. So I have the template. We only need Windows.h includes and iostream, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a function that we'll call go-to-xy. It's from the Borland function, short y. It's the Borland compilers had a function go-to-xy that went to any place in the screen of the console window, and that's what we're gonna emulate pretty much. That's what we're gonna make. So I've declared a void function go-to-xy with short x and short y, and I'm gonna do a bit of handle a bit of WinAPI. So again, if you learned WinAPI, this will be just a review for you, but get std handle. For the rest of you, you can just copy this or look it up and use it in your programs. You don't have to memorize it or anything. So xy, sorry, I declared a new handle and then the chord position xy, and now the main statement is set console cursor position to of handle to position. So this is pretty much our whole function, and now we can use it with the statement go-to-xy. So let's just demonstrate a little bit. And go-to-xy, the console window is actually broken up into like little blocks, and by using go-to-xy, what you're basically saying is go to this block horizontally, this block vertically. So let's go 15, 15, and let's see out hello world. Remember this program? Of course you do. You can't forget it. So again, see and get, and return 0, which is not necessary with some compilers. And let's try to compile this. It should work. It's taking an awful lot of time compiling. So what it did is it counted 15 from each, the vertical position and the horizontal position, and it displayed to that part of the screen hello world, because our mouse is at this part of the screen, so we wrote hello world. So now let's figure out how to orient ourselves in there, and let's put a 0, 15. Where will this bring us? It will bring us on the vertical. So the first coordinate in the go-to-xy is the horizontal, so like the x-axis, and then the y-axis is vertical. And always remember that the plane is inverted. So if you say -15 y, then it's gonna go out of the console window, well, it should, or throw an error. Or you could just specify here unsigned so that you don't make an error, and so it should throw an error if you say unsigned. If you say -15 here, let's see what it will do. You see, it gives you a warning about passing negative value for converting to the unsigned integer. So if you want to check that you don't make that error, just put it unsigned and it will throw you a warning about negatives. So go to XY is hello world, and then we can again go to XY 25, 5, and like see out life is fun. So why is this useful though? So you see, we have hello world here, life is fun here, we can print something out here, we can do whatever. And for random games, if you want to do a clicking game or a game that like something pops up from different positions, the go to XY is a must. Why is this useful though? If you're making a Tetris game, say, or something like that, and you put system CLS after each drop of the piece, that would take so much memory, and your screen would be flashing like crazy. So go to XY allows you to go to a point and then rewrite the information at that point. And as an example, well, I don't know if I have this. I had somewhere here, yes, main L5. This was an example of a program written by Draft Joker, and his original program had actually a lot of flashing with the system CLS, but I changed a couple of things here with the go to XY, and now look, see, no flashing at all. And once you pass the levels or whatever, well, like there's sometimes a little bit, but not as much as there was. I can show you how it was before. If you change this, go to XY. If we change all of these back to system CLS, system CLS, I'll just want to show you the difference. Well, so this was what most beginners do, system CLS, and now look, I compile the exact same thing. Look, do you see how the screen is flashing every time? And how like annoying it is because it is flashing so much, especially if you were to do like something like this, it's flashing like crazy. So to avoid that, try using go to XY. Thank you, and I hope you learned something from this lesson. See you.